And Hurricane Erin grows into a powerful Category 5 storm in the Caribbean and is expected to gain even more strength. Well, Hurricane Erin has rapidly intensified into a rare Category 5 hurricane, packing maximum sustained winds of 160 miles per hour, and is forecast to gain even more strength. Erin is in the Caribbean and going to make its way across the Atlantic, bringing the potential for flash flooding and mudslides. For more on this, I've been speaking with Andrew Kozak, a meteorologist with CBS News. So this looks like the start of the Atlantic hurricane season. What can you tell us about Hurricane Erin?
Yeah, it's been a very slow start, and now all of a sudden we're ramping up. Erin, just a little bit more than 24 hours ago, was a tropical storm. And in just a little bit more than a day, it went from that to now a very powerful Category 5 as of Saturday morning. The winds over 160 miles per hour just north of the Leeward Islands. It's a small but very powerful eye. And this storm looks like it's going to continue not just to grow in intensity, but in area as well.
Do we know which direction it's headed and where is most likely to feel the impact?
So right now it is headed a little further west, northwest, and because of high pressure out in the Atlantic Ocean that acts as kind of a steering mechanism, it's going to go up and kind of get close to the coast of the U.S. and then move out to sea. We are not expecting a U.S. landfall, but we are going to have its issues. We're going to be talking about areas like Puerto Rico right now experiencing rain and wind, landslides, potential coastal flooding and rip currents. And then next week, even as the storm veers off to sea and away from the mainland U.S., we're going to be looking at riptides and coastal flooding and very large waves from Florida all the way up to Maine.
And Puerto Rico, of course, has a history of experiencing natural disasters very acutely. What can people do to prepare for a storm of this nature?
All right, especially down in the islands where, of course, it's a little bit more limited on what you can do. We are expecting 2 to 6 inches of rain before all is said and done this weekend in places like Puerto Rico. So it's obviously just one of those things where you just kind of hunker down, stay inside, lowest level of your home. We're likely to see potentially some water spouts, and even we typically see with hurricanes, some tornadoes and things like that. But right now, the effects will be, compared to how powerful this storm actually is, minimal across Puerto Rico, but we could prepare for power outages and things like that. So you need to make sure, especially if you have friends or family down there, that they have extra water, batteries. All the emergency preparedness is always good. It's better to be more prepared than less prepared. And then by this time Monday, we should be in the clear.
Absolutely. Preparation is key here. How does this compare to what we've seen in past hurricane seasons? Is it pretty much on track that we would see something like Hurricane Erin taking form right now in August?
I mean, listen, we've all seen this, right? Where lately it just seems like the last couple of years, the storms are getting more and more powerful. It was a little surprising to some people, especially when you look at what time of year it is and the fact that we haven't had until now a pretty powerful storm like this. But this intensified so rapidly. The water over right now where the hurricane is, 86 to 89 degrees. And that's like fuel to the fire. So when you factor that in, and also the fact that the atmosphere is just going to continue to surge and give this Category 5 hurricane the strength that remain this strong for at least the next 24 to 48 hours. It's certainly on the higher end of storms, but not out of the realm of reality of where we've been, especially the last couple of hurricane seasons.
And we know climate change often increases the frequency of natural disasters and also the severity of them. Are hurricanes in that category that could be directly impacted by a warming world?
Not even in it, but really close to the top of the list because, what is most of this planet? Water. And as we continue to see climate change take effect and warm our planet, well, most of the planet being water, that water gets warmer. And as I mentioned, the water over where the hurricane is right now, Erin, 86 to 89 degrees. And we have water, bodies of water, the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico, where we are looking at temperatures that have been, in many cases, 5, 6, 7 degrees warmer now versus 10 or 20 years ago. And that makes it easier for these storms to not only form, but rapidly intensify. And that is what we've been seeing the last couple of seasons. And of course, Hurricane Erin, no different.